Alright guys, so welcome to today's video, and in today's video we will continue our work on this anime Battlegrounds game. Yeah, so I've just forgot the name for a second. And yeah, so as far as I remember, we were working on this fireball, and I don't know why, but the damage dealing system, the damage dealing code did not work out as expected, and we have been using this raycasting method, which was pretty reliable on things like this combat, for example, but somehow it does not work on our fireball as as expected. And if you guys have watched my video or my previous video about the One Piece games / wave damage problem, then you probably know what I'm about to do now. So let me just quickly explain you what my plan is. So my plan is that we are currently using this raycasting in order to detect damage, or to detect people who we want to deal damage to. So yeah, here we go, fireball, and yeah, we have this raycasting thing, and I'm gonna come up with a new damage detection code, and this one is probably not that good, but it is an alternative, and I cannot think of any other way to get rid of this problem, guys. So I'm gonna use this touched thing right here, and today's video is only about dealing, is only about fixing the damage detection problem from our previous anime Battlegrounds video, and in the next video we will just continue our work on some more Itachi moves. And yeah, so this video is going to be shorter. Depends on how fast we are going to go through all of this. Okay, so I'm gonna write down some code and I'm gonna explain it later on. Alright, so this is it. Let's check out if this works as expected. Let's hope so. Because if not, then we have a huge problem. But yeah, okay. Upper torso is not a developed member of... Oh yeah, okay. So I know where the problem is. So wait, let's get rid of this. Then we can continue. Okay, let's hope that this guy receives damage. Of course he does not, because he's not moving, and that's one... Wait. And that's one disadvantage of using this method. So this method really only detects moving objects, okay? So if you have this dummy, for example, which is not walking or anything, then it will not work out. So we need a R15 mob which walks around. And yeah. Okay, so he should be fine. Thanks to the person who has uploaded this model. Wait. Okay. Okay. Does not work out. Is he able to move? I hope so. Yeah, he is. Perfect. Okay. Come on, receive damage. Yeah, as you can see, he has received damage. And he has this fire animation. And I'm now about to kill him, so he has just died, and he still burns. And yeah, so that's an indicator of, yeah, that our code works out, but as I've told you, there's this disadvantage that you're not able to hit people who are just standing there, okay, and are not even moving. But if you think about it, within a fight, everyone's moving, the fight is pretty dynamic, and it is very, very unlikely that you have someone who's not moving, okay? And I mean, if he's not moving, then go and combat him down if you want to, okay? So let's talk about this code. So let me tell you how this works, and I'm gonna end the video. So axe, so we need to consider what axe is. So axe is our fireball, okay? And as you guys know, our fireball consists of many different, okay, not many, but only two. So consists of two other mesh parts, and we are basically considering this inner part, but it really does not matter what kind of part you consider, because both are pretty much the same, okay, pretty much in regards of our damage detection, okay? Of course, they're not the same, they do not have the same color or the same transparency whatsoever, but in regards of our damage detection, they can be considered as the same. Okay, so we are basically checking if X has been touched, means something has touched our fireball. It can be the base plate, it can be parts of the maps, or a part of the map, it can be an NPC, it can be another player, so it really does not matter. But we of course need to filter that out, so we only want to detect whether an NPC has touched the fireball or another player has touched the fireball. And that's basically this check right here, but let me just finish this line. So touched detects when X has been touched, and the object which has touched our fireball is stored inside of this parameter called hit. So hit can be anything. Hit can be the map part which has touched the fireball, it can be the base plate which has touched the fireball, or it can be a body part of a NPC of a player whatsoever, okay? And depending on what hit is, or where exactly hit is, we can tell whether the fireball was touched by an NPC, by a player, by a base part whatsoever, base plate whatsoever. And that's what happens down here. So you need to imagine that a NPC or a player, they really have many things in common when it comes to their character model. So if we consider this dummy, which can be considered as an NPC, it has this character model, it has its body parts inside of here, and that's exactly what I want to point out. So if we consider this hit, and if we pretend that hit is maybe the left lower leg, okay, so our NPC right here has stepped into our fireball with this left lower leg, then hit parent would mean hit parent, so the character model, and the character model's name is dummy, and we are basically comparing whether the character model's name does not equal our name, because we as a player, so our character model has the same name as our player, and that's basically what this check does right here. So we are checking if our character did not hit the fireball, because we do not want to deal damage to ourselves, okay? So that's the first check. And with these ends right here, okay, so they so they tell you that all of those requirements need to be true, so you need to pass all of these requirements in order to continue with this code down below. Okay, so the second check right here, hit parent, so left lower leg, parent, and then find first child humanoid. So we are referring to this humanoid, and that's what our second check is. So we want to check whether there is an instance called humanoid inside of this character model. And you might ask why, because the humanoid stores the health, the max health, the walk speed, whatsoever, but we only want to consider the health at this point because we want to deal damage to our enemy, okay? And yeah, we need to lower the health, of course. So that's the second thing. And the third thing is about something else. So we have and not yeah, needs this to be not true. And let me tell you what this is. So hit parent, and then once again find first child. So we want to see if something is inside of our character, and we are checking for an instance which has the same name as our player. And you now might ask, yeah, why? And let me quickly go through this code so you guys will understand, or you guys should already know what this code does. But let me just quickly go through it again. So we are referring to the enemy's humanoid. We are putting this inside of a variable. We are cloning the fire sound. We are playing it. We are cloning the fire particles. We are putting it onto our enemy. And down here, we are creating a cooldown value, okay? And this cooldown value is being put inside of the enemy and has the same name as our player. And when this cooldown is found inside of an enemy, then you are unable to deal damage to him or her. And that's basically what this cooldown value does. So it prevents you from one-shotting the enemy. And yeah, and as I've already told you, it is an instance, an int value to be exact, and it has the same name as our player. And we basically want to check if this instance is not there. Okay, so that's what the third check is. And yeah, down here, so after 5 seconds, we are destroying the particle, or the fire particles, and the fire sounds. And yeah, so that's it for this video, guys. I hope that you have enjoyed it. If so, leave a like, subscribe, share this video to all of your friends. Leave me feedback in the comment section, and yeah, take care. See you in the next video.